Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Before we get started, we're gonna let Sister Bernice cover us on the legal end.
Welcome to Hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Some things said in today's show are alleged, but all things are said for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request you leave the live now. Enjoy.
That's what we plan on doing, enjoying. Good morning to my good people. Foot, welcome in. Lori, welcome in. How are you? Allison, how you doing? I know you at work. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Okay, we got a couple of invites sent out, and we'll get started. Yesterday, y'all, the news was newsing yesterday, wasn't it? So much. Like I couldn't even really come up with a title for today's show, and it didn't matter. I forgot to change it anyways. But so we're gonna cover. This is gonna be like we're gonna cover a lot of stuff in today's show. Okay. Foot says I'm actually transporting back home. Okay, be safe, brother. Be safe. You know we got you. We got your ears. We got you. We'll be talking to you. Keep you company. Thank y'all for the text messages. I got plenty of text messages like, "Did you know that Job Davis passed away?" I love it, and I know Whitney probably loves it too. Um, okay, let's go ahead and do up our first one, and we'll start with we're gonna start with Chive. We'll start out with Chive because I think that have y'all ever heard the saying, if you want to bring something down, you gotta chop off the head of the snake, so to speak. And I'm not saying that he is the head of it, but I'm saying that we know just from what we've learned, he's had his hands in a lot of grimy things, right? So I'm not saying he's the head of the snake, but he very well could be one of them. That's what I'm saying. I think he might be one of them. It's the timing, y'all. The timing. We've said it before on several occasions and continue saying it, man. The entertainment industry is it's getting a lot of some retribution or some some of the things that's done happened that has gone on that's dark, sinister when it comes to the industry. Seems like the I don't want to call it karma. God doing His work, I guess we'll say, in an abundance. Um, but again, dare I say, any life that's lost is sad. I don't want to come off as you know callous or hardened heart, but anybody who loses their life is sad. So I'm sure Child's family, we probably should keep them in our thoughts and prayers, right? Allison, thank you for that heart, me love. Don't forget, make sure you go and click that orange heart and get your points, okay? Thank you for your check-in. I appreciate that. Um, so I'm not gonna make a joke about his passing. We're just gonna bring it to light, talk about it, and speak on it. Now, what the content creator that we're listening to, however he feels, that's how he feels. You did? Okay, good, good. That's how he feels. Okay? You all that's followed me long enough or been part of hashtag I'm gonna say it, you know our connection to Chav and why we don't like him. Our family don't like him. Okay? You know? Sherry Sullivan, thank you for that rose, beautiful, and good morning to you. How are you? So we are going to start our first segment talking about Chav. Do me a favor when you come in, make sure you send your heart me, your daily heart me. After you do that, make sure you go back and click that orange heart and do your checklist. Make sure you do all the things you got to do on your checklist so you can claim your points. Gift and uplift if possible. Share if you care. That's how we build a community. All right. I do have, I think I got, I think three or four segments to do. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get to this work. All right. How you doing, Lori?
Find this furrow carrier split in half.
How's Reaper?
He's doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just really, I'm not up fully yet. I just got my coffee made, but I'm sure as the show go on, I'll be good.
Well, I got my coffee down now. I'm working on my Mountain Dew Zero.
All right, let's get it, sis. You ready?
Let's let's get her done.
All right. First up, we're gonna listen to Introvert Rockstar, and the title of this is Chive Davis Just Unalive.
We don't let nobody have that much power over us to wish, death on them, you know. But but this dude, he did a lot of our people dirty, bro. I'm talking about dirty, man. Dirty. All for money. And look, I learned something. When you get money, when you having your way, how you treat people is so important, bro. See, a lot of racist Caucasian people, they get money and they use people, they abuse people, you know? What's popping? They use and abuse people, you know? And especially when it comes to our people. And that's why I'm always telling my people, look, bro, the days of signing to these contracts, the days of wanting to be in Hollywood, you don't have to do that shit no more, you know? I'm so mad at like Luther Vandross and like Whitney. Bruh, I feel like our people would have supported Whitney Houston without her signing to Clive Davis. Our people would have supported Luther Vandross without him signing to Clive Davis, bro. We would have.
Hold on though, and he has a right to his opinion, but I got to speak up for fam. Let's. I want to put this in context. What he's saying is right. Okay, I'm not disputing anything he's saying, but I also want to make it known that when it comes to Whitney, her mom and um aunt Dion, they were instrumental in bringing her to Child. I mean, they have worked with him in the past, so she knew him. She's been around him. Um, some I've had some people tell me that. Well, her mom and Dion Ward, they sacrificed her. They knew how he was, but yet they still took her to him. Hey, that's up for debate, or better yet, it's not even got to be a debate because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I just want to make sure we put that out there and make that known. Okay, that yeah, she could have went anywhere else. I'm not saying she couldn't have. But what I'm saying is that this is someone who she's grew up around. She saw her mother, she saw Dion, do business with. So I'm sure she already felt that he was good to do business with because he's been around the family for so long. Okay, So I just want to get that out there. You know, I do the same for Bobby. Good. I'm cool with you having your opinion on my cousin, man. I'm so cool with you having your opinion. If you don't like him, cool. If you think his ways is bad, cool. You know, but what I won't let you do is say, well, he's the one that got Whitney on D. No, 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 no. My cousin has done some bad things. He made some crazy decisions. But I will never let somebody put that on him. He did not. I get it. A lot of you already thought Whitney was just like America's darling and sweetheart. And no shade on her. I love her too, but no, she wasn't. It's called an image, y'all. Before I get back to the audio, let me break this down to y'all. When it comes to the entertainment industry, especially when you are in a position like of this magnitude, you have people with good money, long money, a lot of money that is surrounding you, right? And they contribute to packaging what they want your image to look like to the masses. That doesn't necessarily mean that that person is what you see on TV. You see a lot of people have put money into fabricating that. And please know I'm not downing Whitney by any means. She's a great person. I want you to know that. But what I'm saying is you all have to understand where, okay, like in wrestling, right? When we're doing a wrestling show, we are that character in the ring, right? Once we get done with our match, once the show is over and we get back home with our family, we are who we are in our real life. It's the fans that's got to learn how to differ between the two. On you, Lord.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to unmute. I was typing. My bad.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna say something. Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. But just let me know when you want to come up.
Okay, babe.
All right.
Support our people, man. He had Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, see, like he had all these people off, and he still made money from them
Trina,
when
welcome
they
in,
was
Bestie.
dead. So I'm like,
How are you?
it's only
Thank you for
right
that
that I make a
heartbeat.
live about this dude. It's only right. Whitney Houston died in the tub, bruh, while the awards was going on. He said, "Keep it rolling." Then they still partied like she didn't even matter,
Her
bruh.
body was still upstairs.
And he's still making money. Well, he still made money off Whitney Houston. You feel me? Done a lot of dirt, bruh. Like I say, man, when you getting money and you having motion, whatever. How you treat people is so important, bruh. When you on top, like, and a lot of, like I say, a lot of even some of our people, but overall, a lot of racist Caucasian people, bruh, they use our people, bruh, because they know at that time, especially our people wanted clout, they wanted fame, they wanted to cross over. I saw Luther Vandross documentary, and he wanted to cross over so bad, bruh. And I understand it. Like I understand because he know he was better than everybody else. Like he already know that. So, but he didn't have to cross over, bro. Forget they fan base. We don't need they
Troublemaker said
fan base.
facts.
If they don't rock with you off the strength, you don't need them. Whitney Houston probably she is the best singer ever, bro. She didn't need Clive Davis, man. That
Real
money
spill.
did not make her happier.
Real spill.
You see what I'm saying? I learned, bro. This is what I learned in life. You gotta figure out how much you need to live your life and be content, bro. That's what I learned. Somebody said that he lived longer than most, even majority facts. Let me read our comments. She did no love lost. We miss Nippy. That's a fact, bro. Like, man, if you ever watched Whitney Houston documentary, I think it was like one of them on Netflix or whatever. Bro, that shit is fucked up, man. It's bad, bro. Like, you gotta think about it too. All our great artists, soon as they have any contact with Clive Davis, Eventually, they die in their 50s. Bro, you know how young 50s are, bro? You know how young it is to be in your, bro, that's young as hell. All our legends die mostly in their 50s, probably 60s, mostly 40s too. And most of them super young. They never got to get old, bruh. Think about all the singers, rappers, the greatest. You know how young 55, 54 is, 48?
Trina said,
Bro, you know how
"Good
young that
reading."
is? And oh, come on, bro. Thanks
Finally,
for reminding me. I did multiple
troublemaker.
videos
Prince
about
said
Angie
Prince.
Stone.
Michael Jackson. Exactly.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
she was on her Instagram calling out Clive Davis. And a few months later, she dead. A few months later, a 18-wheeler ran over her, bruh, when she was suing them to get her money back from Clive Davis. Think about that shit. Think about that shit. So, nah, man, I'm not letting it go, bruh. And it's crazy how like we all gotta die one day. See, these Caucasian people be living like they not gonna die one day. You gonna die one day, dog. You gonna die one day. Stop cursing. Come on, Barbara. Don't do that. I'm a grown man. Don't do that. Don't do that, love. May his victims find rest in peace. Rockstar, I seen every docu on Whitney. I cried like a baby. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, what's the other woman name? Before Whitney Houston.
Phyllis Hyman.
Whitney Houston career was based off of her.
Maybe some about
But she
Phyllis
didn't
Hyman.
like
Maybe.
she didn't like Clive Davis and like she wasn't scared of him. What her name was? Phyllis Hyman. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was
Phyllis
thinking.
Hyman. See, a lot of people don't know that. Whitney Houston's career was based off of
And my Allison said I'm freezing on her end. Is anybody else glitching? Am I glitching on your end? Angel, hey sis, good morning. Okay, Allison, you have to go out and then come back in. Swipe out and then swipe back in. Angel said clear and can hear you. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Troublemaker said, nah, you Gucci. Okay, good. Let's go. Let's go. Swipe out, Allison, and then come back in.
Phyllis Hyman. But the thing about Phyllis Hyman was she wasn't scared of Clive Davis. So she talked back to that nigga.
Okay.
She wasn't afraid. And guess what they say? They found her in a hotel. They said she, did it to herself. Just put it like that. The S word to herself. Think about that, man. So he went and found a church girl because Whitney Houston grew up in a church, you know, green. He went and found a church girl, and the career Phyllis Hyman was supposed to have, he gave to Whitney Houston, and they murdered Phyllis Hyman. They murdered her, bro,
Unalive. We say unalive.
in the
Unalive.
hotel in New York. They murdered her. Go do your
Cheeky, good
research.
morning, beautiful. How are you?
So Clive Davis lived I think he's from New York. I know he lived in New York. Donny Hathaway, yeah. I'm telling you, just think about all the great artists and how all the great Black American artists and how they died, bro. Think about it and how young they was. Most of them didn't even reach 60.
That's crazy.
Barely reached 30.
That's crazy work.
They got Michael Jackson, Prince, bro. We can go
Troublemaker,
on.
you
I can go
said
on
that.
and on with the list, bro. And you know what they do? They get you to sign that contract, so even if you die, they can make money off of you. So that's why you see so many commercials with Whitney Houston music on it.
I'm gonna pause right there for a second. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, y'all. It's like an hour long, but we got other things to cover too. Hey sis, thank you for that heart me. I sent you the invite. You got it, but I want to pause it right here, and I know that they're not gonna do anything about this. I do, but just follow me. And this is just my thoughts, y'all. This is just my thoughts. when you see the people who passed away, and the common denominator is Clive Davis, right? Okay. And then, you know, the close relationship that Clive Davis and Diddy had. And then you go and you look at the people who have passed away, where Diddy was the common denominator when it comes to them. I think there's a lot of people who are no longer here with us, whose passing need to be checked into again, or investigations need to be reopened, or we need to go back and look at certain uh, medical examiners note. But I feel like it should be done by a private medical examiner, someone who's not going to be swayed by celebrityism. That's a new word we made here. That's not used by. They're not going to be swayed by celebrityism. They're not going to alter or manipulate a document just to make a certain celebrity look good or look as if they're not guilty of something that they are. That's what I think we need to have. And I think, if I remember correctly, a few months ago, we were doing a show and somebody was being interviewed and they made the comment, and I don't know how true it is, but I forgot who it was. They made the comment that Child Davis had some ties to the MOB, or the MAFIA, I should say. You know, and so when you got company like that, I mean, come on, you got company like that, and you got reach like he has, you got money like he has, you can terminate certain people's being. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he don't come. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying I'm not naive that he didn't. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't have the wool pull over our eyes like that. Like some people just know when something ain't right. How many times? And you also got to understand this too, y'all. These same people, they have the ability to facilitate what news we get and what it sounds like, what it appears to be. Man, so many people, so many people are saying, yeah, Whitney OD. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she did not. She had bruises on her as if she was fighting for her life. Now I'm just giving you insight. I'm giving you what I know. I'm giving you what I know. I ain't going off no podcaster. I ain't going off of nothing the news say. I'm telling you because I know. And those of you that know me know why I know how I know. Okay? But it wasn't. And in fact, there wasn't any drugs found in her system. Okay? Okay, y'all still might have a hard time getting it. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. If Cuz had died in that tub, and they're also trying to say she fell in the water and she was already gone, y'all. There was no water in her lungs. That meant she wasn't breathing when she went under the water. But y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. I ain't gonna tell you. Just know this. Just know this. I think that a lot of people need to be investigated more. I think that there's a young lady whose final resting place is west of me in Columbus, and I think they should investigate her passing more than they did. Um, I also believe that a book that was left, or a jump drive that was left, and the book that she was going to write, and that came out, really are her words. And I think she really did share some insights on things that weren't supposed to get out. And when someone who's in Fort Dix right now figured out that he couldn't control her anymore and that she held the key to all of these secrets and found a way to silence her, this is just my thoughts. You don't got to agree. Foot says heart disease and accidental drowning was exacerbated by a show called yeah, I can't say that. Yeah, but none of that stuff was in her. It wasn't in her system. But when it comes out, that's what is portrayed to us. Now, that's my disdain for RJ too. Ray J. I call him RJ. Ray J. That's my disdain for him too, because I feel like he has a hand in it, and I know he's not telling everything that he knows. Now we see what's going on with him. Right, Foot. He said that was a lie put on her death certificate. Exactly. See, Foot, no. This is what I'm saying. Like, they control our mainstream media. They control the news that we get. So they're gonna spin whatever they want to. And we know that for a close fact. And if that wasn't enough, okay, don't hold on, y'all. Hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Hold on, we can get to it. If that wasn't enough, they took Bobby Chris. Man, look, cuz had nothing to do with this. They got her too. Then they blamed it on Nick. This is a dirty game, y'all. All I ask you to do, don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you see that they put out. Look for the motive. It's always money. Two things you can always count on. It's going to be always something to do with money, or it's going to be the person knew something. And they knew that that person could put them on blast and put that information out that they don't want nobody to know about until they have it moved out of here. Have that person moved out of here. I don't know, y'all. I don't know why Bobby won't talk. The only thing I can think of is that he has his family. He got a new family. And why would you want to complicate their safety? Yeah, yeah. Nephew, good morning. Absolutely, yeah. Trust me. I've tried to ask him. My cousin, me and my cousin are close. My cousin's mom was married to Bobby's brother. But him and I'm like, man, listen, and I'm going to get him on the show too. Him and I was talking a couple of days ago. He's like, I'm gonna get on there. I'm gonna talk. You know, I just need to know what I can say and can't say. And the reason why he says that is because he is a drinker, and my cousin will. It's no holds barred. You talking about hashtag? I'm gonna say it to the 1,000th power. It's him. Like he's gonna get on here and say it, and you know, it's TikTok friendly words you got to use. Well, that's not his. That's not him. But he's like, yeah, we're gonna get on there. We'll talk about Bobby. You know, do stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but he said, but I just need to know what to say, cuz. Like, I need to know exactly how far I can go because you know, I'm like, cuz, I got you, man. It's hashtag I'm gonna say it. Just say it. If you say something, I'll correct you. You know, and he was in the he's a hip hop artist himself too. But anyways, I said that to get to this right here. Now that he's passed away, talking about child, you have Diddy incarcerated at the moment. Now there's other people. I'm pretty sure there's other people that need to be a camel face and a host of other people. So it's a lot, y'all. It's not just these two or these three. It's a lot. But I think a lot of these people need to be contained if they haven't passed away already. Need to be contained or incarcerated or somewhere, and then private companies or entities need to go and investigate some of these people's passing that passed away mysteriously. That's what I think. That's what I'm getting at.
You see so many commercials with Prince music on it. Bro, all these people on the same team, bro. I keep telling y'all, this shit's scary when you think about it. All these people on the same team when they come against our people, bro. So that's why I'm saying, you don't have these days. You don't have to sign contracts unless you want million. Bro, the more money they give you, the more they control you, and that's what our people didn't know back then, bro. So I can't really fault them for real because they didn't know they getting first generational wealth. So they like, oh shit. But they didn't know the more money they give you when you sign that contract.
My wife almost divorced
Oh
me
man,
because
hold
I
on, y'all.
couldn't get hard
We
anymore.
got commercials
This
coming
shit
up.
fixed
Y'all
it.
hold up. That ain't part of it. I don't want you to be like, what? Why do you switch up on us?
The more they control you. You feel me?
Angel says
Michael
won't
Jackson,
happen
yeah,
unless the
bro. They,
families
they got
push
all
for
our
it.
greats, man.
Unfortunately, if money is still rolling,
And now we don't have
then
no
nothing
good
will be done.
music. Now
No,
we gotta
no.
listen.
Hey,
We gotta
you
go
right.
back and listen to Anita Baker.
You-
We gotta go back and
Everything you
listen to
said is
Luther
right.
Vandross. We gotta go back and listen to sound, bro. That's all I listen to, man. It's old school music, dog. That's it, bro. They done killed everybody.
Unalive.
And then when we do get even with our rappers, man, they might see with rappers, they go rap about their environment. So they might rap about killing and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
I tell y'all what. Here's what we're gonna. Shout out to Rockstar Introvert Nerd, but I don't want to get. We don't need. We don't need no. We don't need no issues. If you want to listen to this in its entirety, just message me. Say, hey, can I get that Introvert Rockstar link that we was listening to today? I got you. I got you. Shout out to him. I love his content. I love him. I love the fact that he put us down. He don't cut no corners. He don't sugarcoat it. He don't do nothing like that. That's what we need more of. So I'll definitely give you the link to that if you want it. Just message me and let me know. But I don't want to. I don't want to keep playing it and then certain words because so far we good. But if they hear it repetitively, then they're gonna trip on us. Y'all know we don't. I don't need. We don't need no help getting in trouble. Angel said the passing started with Jonas Joplin. Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin. Um, yes, thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's exactly what I need. That's who y'all need to go and see right there, and you will you'll definitely see the video. It's about it's just under an hour long, so you all can enjoy it on your own accord, and that way you can hear the full context of it. You don't have to hear me talking over words, so we can try to throw this off, anything like that. And I haven't listened to it. What I played is what we heard together. So, but you all can go and check it out. All right, so we'll go on to our second segment then, y'all. Like I told you, this is going to be like a compilation of different stories. It's not one person that we're going to talk about. But let's give it up to the new, undisputed, powerful defense team for Carmelo Anthony. Let me tell y'all, man.
I was fitting to
New-
type Trinity's name in there.
No, Trinity's innocent. Well, we don't need no attorneys for her yet. We're gonna see how this thing work out between her and Gwen first.
I thought you was gonna say something about her winning that championship.
Oh no, y'all, she's talking about the Ife wrestling on Twitch that we be telling y'all to go and check it out. If you haven't, you still need to go and check us out over there. It's great. We do have actual storylines going over there. Carlos,
Yeah.
good morning, brother. Nah, I'm not talking about her, Lord. But hold on, since you brought it up, and she may be in the hallway listening, let's go ahead and give it up for Trinity for winning
Yay,
the
Trinity!
OCWA Women's Championship. I love you, Lord. Finally, this young man has a defense team that is going to stand up for him. His defense team consists of people that are part of the civil rights studies and advocacies and stuff like that. Also, one of the top uh, attorneys out there. I think his rating. I think he's got a 10 out of 10. I think on his rating, but his name is. I had it and I forgot. Is the court? What's his name? Russell Wilson, the second. I think second or third. But he's man. Listen, I posted a video of it yesterday or last night of the people on there. Yes, thank God, absolutely, thank God. You're right about that, Allison. And I know some people will think, oh, he's gonna go out and get an all black jury. No, no, I mean all black defense team. No, he didn't. It's black and white. And again, this is where I talk about unity and where I like it when we come together. And when we come together, we can get things done and we are more powerful, which is what they do not want. Now, in saying that, I'm also going to tell you this here. Just from the looks at it and reading some of their credentials, they're not going to come into court and play games. It's not going to be as easy as it was for them the first go round. And I'm just going to say it. Somebody lucrative, put some lucrative money down for this team. I don't know who it was. A few days ago, we heard that Lil Boosie put $500,000 towards it. I don't know if it was him or not. Shout out to Lil Boosie. I don't know if it was him or not. I don't know if it was a collective of people or what. But Angel said they said it was pro bono. I don't know. I just heard somebody put some money up. And you could be right, sis. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just telling you. Okay, they said it was pro bono. Okay. I don't know what Boosie did then. I don't know what he did as far as donating or giving the $500,000. I don't know what that was for. At the same time, we also know Boosie like to help out people. I get it. I know what he rap about. I know and all of that. But this is the same guy who, along with T.I., went on a video shoot and shut it down because his son was with T.I.'s son, and they was up there with the pew-pews and rapping. And they both was like, nah, y'all not finna do that. Y'all not finna do that. Neither one of y'all really know anything about all of that. And so what you up here rapping about this for? All right? So we do know Boosie is for the youth being on a better path. And so, again, and I know Charleston White allegedly was saying he was going to put money towards it, but then he didn't, and stuff like that. So he reneged, and he's being called out too, y'all. There's this content creator from Houston. When I tell y'all, listen, I'm going to try to find it. I'm going to try to find it and I'm going to play it for you. No, we can't play it on here. I know we can't play that. I for sure know we can't play that on here. But he was going in on Charleston White. I don't know where they was. It was in like a room or office or dressing room, something. But he was going in on Charleston White for the things that Charleston White said about Carmelo Anthony. And I'm talking about he was giving him the business. Y'all know Carmelo be on the tube calling people out on social media. He be calling people out. He be saying he want to box him. And I don't know who this guy is. You know what? I'm going to pull it up. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to pull it up. This is a lot of cussing. I'm talking about he goes on and on and on. And he's dragging Charleston White for a good 2.5 minutes. Right? Trina said he's a joke. She's talking about Charleston White. Jenny said he does. Oh, so okay. So the content creator that was going off on him does food reviews. Yeah, yeah, Angel, he did. He made a shirt about Mello. So good that someone called him out. Yeah, yeah, with the watermelon thing. Yeah, that was too far. Trina said yes. That's what she's talking about. Charleston White. Jenny said yes. The content creator that was going off on him is a food critic. He goes around doing food. Listen, he was giving him the business, y'all. And he even told him, box me. Let's box. You want to go out and box everybody? Box me. I mean, he was, ooh. Now, Charleston White didn't say anything back to him. He kept his back to him. He kept talking to the young lady that was sitting down to the left of him. Right? Charleston White was standing up. The lady was sitting in the chair to the left. And he was just going off on him. And he was like, you always on the internet talking about you want to box. Like, box me. Fight me. And I mean, he was just calling him name. For my older heads in here, we call it jonesing. He was joning it, but he was getting him. Charleston didn't turn around and face him. He didn't have none of that hot air for him or nothing. I was just like, dang, but I'm not mad at it. I knew. See, Charleston, y'all, and I don't know how many of y'all remember this, and we're going to get to the audio. Y'all chill out. We're going to get to the audio. I don't know how many of y'all remember, but really, to most of us, I'll just say that. To most of us, because some people in Texas might have already known about him, but to most of us, Charleston White got famous because he was talking about T.I.'s son. And then T.I. was coming for him. Foot said dude was trying to bait Charleston into some effery. Maybe. And that's true. He very well could have. Trina said he's from my neck of the woods. We can't stand him. Oh, he's an informant. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Well, okay. All right. She know what she's saying. She know what she's saying. That's how he got famous. Or I won't say famous. That's how most people knew about him. First, he's a snitch. Yeah. So I don't know if that's gonna come of anything because really, from what I seen, Charleston White don't even want that smoke. So I don't know if anything's gonna come of it. But in any event, what I was saying is, back on topic. I'm sorry, y'all. Carmelo has ascended a defense team that is gonna stand on business. A few people are nervous about this because this team is from Texas and feel like that they may be in talks with the DA and the judge and prosecutor. Like they probably know them, not in talks with, but like know them, have a rapport built with them, and think that he may get railroad. They think that Carmelo should have gotten a defense team that's not from Texas, someone that's completely, um, away from here. But I don't know, y'all. I got confidence in this defense team. Just I don't think they're gonna do this to him. You know, I don't think so. Trina said, but they were past prosecutors. Yeah, and I think that's why people feel like that they may try to screw him over again. But I don't think they will. She said, hopefully they use all the interviews for his benefit. I agree. Foot said they needed someone who knew Texas laws and statutes. Facts. Angel said, can I say something? Absolutely.
Hey G.
Hey,
So I actually think this is going to benefit him with them being in Texas. And if they are past prosecutors, then they understand what tricks that the current prosecutors are going to do. So they can obviously pick the mistakes and break apart the entire timeline, storyline, what they showed in the courtroom in the past. So having people that understand the full extent of the law in Texas and what actually like stand your ground is and all that and how it actually was self-defense this could definitely help him. Like, this isn't going to be a walk in the park. I think Mello and his family know that now. Like, okay, we got screwed over big time the first time, but now they can individually go after every single person that spoke up in that trial to break down their stories and show the truth, starting with his supposed "I'm not your friend," that Eddie dude, and break that completely apart. And I think that this is definitely going to show everyone that Mello was telling the truth the entire time, and this kid was set up from jump.
I agree with you fully on that.
And
I
the
agree with
big
you
thing that
fully.
I hope that they establish is in the end, when this is all over, I really hope Mello's family and these attorneys go after that school district, because the number one thing they did that was incorrect was showing the public for permission to show the public the video and not showing the actual video that was shown to the public in court. And I think that's going to hurt not just the prosecutors in this for what they did and getting him, obviously getting Mello's appeal, which is great for him, but I hope that the family at the end of this, when Mello is out and obviously home, they go civilly now for that district for showcasing that video without any, basically putting the kid up for judgment without even getting judgment.
Yeah, they should. They absolutely should. I mean, it would be a marathon of lawsuit filing against people if I was them, for real.
Defamation, civilly for to the school district, to the school, to the police department, every single person they can go after, go after. Set
That
this kid
part.
up for life because he deserves it.
Amen.
And,
I
and,
agree
and
with
I
you.
would say this time around, make an example out of the state of Texas. We'll put it
Yes.
that way.
Yes, you got to. You got to because you got all the ball is in your court and you got all the evidence to do so. And so you got to make sure you make the impact right now. You know, I agree with
Yeah.
you on that, Angel.
Yeah, 100%. But I think with this team and the fact that they are established in Texas, they already are aware of. Obviously, there's a reason they're no longer prosecutors. So obviously, they saw what Texas was doing to not just the Black community, Latino community, or across the board in general. So I think that this 100% showcases, okay, like we sat back, we watched what they did. Now we're going to come in and we're going to correct it, and let's make an entire example out of everybody that is standing on the wrong side of history and the wrong side of the law, and who just going to go after and railroad anybody in the Black community or anyone in the Latino community that you want to drag. Like, this is not okay. So I really truly hope they make an example of the state of Texas, and they set an example of this is how it should be. If we're going to fight for equality, then it's going to be equality across the board. We're not going to sit here and give one kid 35 years and 10 years for the other, when the other kid did way worse, who actually
Facts.
threatened somebody, did way worse, and it's all over the internet that he did way worse. But Mello didn't. Like, one side can't be self-defense and the other side isn't. Like, how?
Right.
What are we doing here? You can't have self-defense on one side but not on the other. When it shows in the video, he was pushed. It may have been a distance, but you saw the white spot of a sweater. You saw the gray hoodie. You knew where he was. You could see it. So I really truly hope they set an example. Like, what you did was wrong. You edited the video, you clipped it apart, and you lied. The entire, like, that whole courtroom needs to get charged in some form or fashion for perjury across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Y'all W Angel in the live for that. Hang out right there, sis. I saw Trina ask why the family wasn't there. And from what I've heard, Trina, is that they was, but they were told they couldn't go in. That's what I was told from people who have been in our lives that's there. Foot said this goes all the way up to the governor of Texas.
100%. Abbott, wheelchair Abbott. Oh, you want to talk about a DEI? Prime example, Abbott.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example. You want your handicap bathroom so you can wheel yourself around all over the state of Texas, and your little motorcycles, whatever you want to call it, scooter thing. But yet you don't want to give the same courtesy and respect to Mello and to other individuals you railroaded. Like, you literally have a drive-through on punishment. For it to go from, like, oh, let me take your order and start your court case, to boom, okay, now here's your penalty and how many years you're going to suffer. Like,
Yes.
what are we doing? Yeah,
Right.
no. I hope they go after everybody, the whole state of Texas.
Yeah, I agree. This is a good time to do that. Be like Barnabas says the corruption has been going on for, well, forever. How are we going to implement actual change? Be like Barnabas. Great question. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you my answer. You've got to start from people that know the inner workings and that are, I guess you could say, in agreement on making the difference. That's the only way it works. People actually standing for real justice. And unfortunately, they might have to expose some people that they're friends with. But that's the only way it works. You know, that's my take on it. All right, so we're gonna get to the second audio, and this is Willie D from Ghetto Boys, the hip hop group Ghetto Boys. It says breaking Carmelo Anthony gets a new powerful legal team. Let's dive right in and see what's going on.
Those of you who thought it was over, it ain't over. It ain't over by far. I told you it wasn't over. In fact, most of us, reasonable people, knew that it wasn't over. Ain't no way you're going to be able to just string that brother up like that and railroad him like that in front of the whole world and think there ain't going to be some pushback. And I'm talking about pushback. You get it? Yeah, fam. So anyway, here we go. So we got a team
Roscoe
of
Cherry, welcome
leading
in.
appellate civil rights and criminal
So it will be
defense
interesting to see which
attorneys
one of the
who
witnesses will
announced
snitch
today
first.
that it has
Yeah, right.
taken on the case of Carmelo Anthony, who was recently sentenced to 35 years following his murder conviction in the death of Austin Metcalf. The team serving pro
Unlocked.
bono will review the trial record and pursue all available avenues of appeal.
All right, so hold on, we got another commercial. Allison says, I really desire for them to apply some pressure to this judge before he retires. I would love that. I think that's needed.
I would say this because for those individuals, because I saw like who's going to snitch first, charge them perjury. Show them how many years they're going to either do in county or in prison, and then let's see who speaks first. Because I guarantee you, Eddie will be the first one to drop and be like, I lied. Give me a deal. I lied. I'll give you everything. You can't tell me that what's on those cell phones from every kid over there had to have a cell phone. You can't tell me nobody didn't pull it out immediately. So I guarantee you, whatever video they did, it's on their cloud in some form or fashion. So showcase, hey, we're gonna give you 5 if you don't speak up now.
Yeah, exactly. I would walk in and put it on the table. I would have the paperwork right there, and I was like we playing spades. I would just slap it on the table, pow, and let them see the time that they facing.
Absolutely.
Right? From the start, we ain't even gonna have to go no further. And you right, they'll start singing.
Like
Someone
canaries.
was recording, right?
Yeah, there was, Jenny. Because again, I from what they said and from what was put out, Eddie was number one recording. He had his phone out, and supposedly someone took it or it magically disappeared. Well, you could still get in your cloud. You can still get all that stuff. So I mean, hell, my contacts from 2011 popped up on Google one time. I'm like, how the hell do I have an ex-boyfriend's phone number that I haven't talked to in 5 years? Mm-hmm. So yeah, like it's there. It doesn't magically disappear just everywhere. So yeah.
Agree.
Our record and pursue all available avenues of appeal.
Right. Barnabas, in a time where kids are attached to their phone.
I ain't got no problem with that. Some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. Leading the effort. Let's get into it, fam. And by the way, I came across this story on Tesla and Figaro Figaro, shouts out to Tez. Tez was the first one to alert me of this exciting news. Yeah. So here we go, fam. Let's start off with the lead, the big guy. Yeah, who is that? That's Russell Wilson II. I mean, you know the Russell Wilson, the football player, but little did you know that there was a bad, bad boy out there in the legal field named Russell Wilson II, who is equally as capable in his field of getting the W. You dig? Russell Wilson with the law office of Russell Wilson II. Yeah. Let's move on over here to the second chair. Michael Ware. Law office of Michael Ware.
Out of Fort Worth,
Then
Texas.
we got Gary Bledsoe, the Bledsoe Law Firm. Yeah.
Out of Austin, Texas.
Gary looking all inconspicuous. He got his bow tie on, but he's very dangerous. Very dangerous in them legal streets. Yeah.
Look, I want to just say something. This Gary L. Bledsoe is his name, and shout out to you, brother. Thank you for what you're doing. But this picture they showing of him, I'm just saying, he looks like the drawing, the compository sketch of the Pew in the Notorious B.I.G. case. I'm just trying to tell you, you go and look at it, you're gonna be like, dang, he right.
Y'all thought it was over. Then we got Brooke Claus with the Ben Crump
out of Frisco,
Law
Texas.
Firm.
Oh, that's right down
Now
my
you
backyard.
know, if Ben sent her,
thank you for that heart, me.
She gonna be
like Barnabas.
Best. She's probably the best that he have in that office. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Then we have Sean Deridia with the Deridia Law Firm.
Out of Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. And last but not least, Justin A. Moore with Stafford Moore, PLLC. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a dream appellate team. A dream appellate team.
It could show you good motion.
Yeah, okay. Hold on, y'all. Commercial. We're going to get back to it. Got some heavy hitters, boy.
Yeah, y'all thought it was over. Yeah, I know I'm hurting y'all. That's why I keep on saying, yeah, because I know I'm getting under somebody's skin really bad. Yeah, y'all thought it was over.
Funny.
Yeah, let's get a little deeper into it. So, here's a message from them collectively. Our appellate team has been retained following the conviction to conduct a fresh, independent review of the trial record. We recognize the profound loss suffered by one young man's family and the uncertainty facing another. And we extend our respect to everyone whose lives have been forever changed by these events. Our responsibility is to determine whether a legal error occurred and to ensure that every issue supported by the record is fully and vigorously presented on appeal. The appellate process exists for precisely this purpose. Let me go back to one of my favorite sentences. Our responsibility is to determine whether a legal error occurred and to ensure that every issue supported by the record is fully and vigorously presented on appeal.
Boy, I know that there's some people in Collin County that when they heard this was like, we in trouble. I know it. But you know what? There was a guy who was on X, and he shared that his cousin was in the same unit that Carmelo was in. He was like, he good. He protected. We got him. And he even said, like, man, he had like 4 attorneys coming to visit him. So, yeah, Roscoe chair shaking in their boots. Hey, look, the buck has stopped.
Oh, yeah. he's not going to sit there. They're not going to wait 5, 10 years, and then all of a sudden Melo gets a new trial. Oh no, this is going to be immediate. This
Mm-hmm.
is the tide is now turning in his favor 110%. Like he had his moment in court where he cried. Now he's like, all right, let's get back on it. I'm picking myself back up, and we're gonna fight. And he's fighting. And I guarantee you, Mello is hitting them books and giving them every bit of information of when he got that text message to come over, to how many people may have texted him or what's been going on. I hope they're searching for every single phone. I hope they know every name underneath that damn effing tent.
Right, everybody.
I was trying not to curse. I hope he gives them everything. Who he ran past, who might have hollered at him just to say, "Hey, Mello, stop, stop, kid, stop." I hope that he gives every single name and pinpoint across the board of what's everything. Like this is. I hope they drag that family from one side of Texas to the other side of Texas for what he did, including
Be
Mr.
like
Jack.
Barnabas.
Mhm.
Agree. Like
Mhm.
it's got to be instantaneous. Like he shouldn't even be there. I'm gonna be honest. He
No.
shouldn't be there.
He doesn't, but I think in all of us right now that the single team's there, if any of us could find something or pen it, like send it to the advocate or whoever, but all of us still have to have that patience and don't stop the prayers. Like keep them coming for Mello and his family.
Agreed fully. I agree with you on that, sis. She's right. Lori, you want to put something on the table?
And I think I'll just let this one lay here a minute because
Okay.
I've been mad about this ever since it happened. And I'm just afraid if I say a whole lot, we're going to end up having to restart for the seventh.
Gotcha. I know where you stand. I
I'll
know where
just
you
leave it
stand.
like that for a minute.
Let's W Lori in the live on that. She said, I'm gonna get everybody's account shut down if I get to talking. Y'all,
Lori, you can't get me in trouble. I get myself in trouble on this app. Like
she's
I
in
just
trouble high from her now.
you've seen it, G. Like I make fun of someone's favorite wrestler, and all of a sudden I'm getting bullying and harassment for just saying like they're a dumbass. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
so,
Isn't it crazy though?
It
Something so
is
subtle like
crazy.
that.
yeah, I've seen it happen. Like I was on a different panel. This it goes off topic from what we're talking about,
Go
but
ahead, we got time.
I
We got time.
literally I don't know if you watch AEW, but I called Darby Allin a dumbass and some other things, and I just don't care for him or his gimmick. I got dropped so quick because someone got mad and reported me. I had a 10-minute timeout. So yeah, I get myself in trouble, but yeah.
This is, but that's crazy though.
You
Like
should,
you have an opinion.
she should hear us over on Twitch, huh?
I know, right? She needs to
Oh,
come join us one
Yes,
weekend.
she
Join us
do,
Friday,
me
girl.
Angel.
too.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
over
I'll
and we talk bad to
definitely
people.
try. Oh yeah, I'm bad between it's weird, some political lives because I'm mostly on Asha's live, and there's times where I might push the limit just a little bit and calling out MAGA. But yeah, I've been dropped a few times. I think I got put in timeout for showing a clip for her of DT, and yeah, I got dropped so quick.
Oh
Like
yeah, that'll work. Yeah, they'll do it for that.
so I think it just depends on who it is or who's in there. But yeah, mostly I think in one day I called I went after Darby Allin for the wrestling guy, and I got dropped twice. So I get
Man,
myself in trouble. So Lori, you're good.
dagger. That's not even bad. People tripping, man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
the topic. People. Okay, so first and foremost, welcome to you just coming in. The topic is different. It's just about news. We started off with the passing of Chive Davis. Now we're talking
You're
about
right
the
there.
new defense
Gotta
team.
take a call.
Okay, okay. We talked about the now we're talking about the new defense team for Carmelo Anthony and how star studded and how powerful it is. And then I have another one that we was gonna cover, and I'm not sure about what it is right yet, but I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out and let you know. I'll have it by the time we finish this segment. Um Yeah, right now we are. He just finished introducing the members of Carmelo Anthony's dream team, defense team. We was just saying how they're not playing no games. They're coming in and handle business. And Angel was saying she don't think it's going. We're gonna have to wait like 5 years for a retrial. They're gonna get it instantaneously. She believes. And I was saying that the people over in Collin County, I know they are just nervous right now because these are some heavy hitters right here.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't just
Miss
one
K,
era. It ain't
I'm
just
with you.
two.
Miss K905.
Say, fam, I
I'm
don't
with
even
you on
consider
that.
these eras.
Let's see those purple
I
hearts
look
in the
at
live for
these.
Carmelo.
I look at what happened to Carmelo as gross negligence. Yeah, some might even say criminal. Yeah, man. Yeah, because his lawyers straight up sold him out, threw him under the bus. Talk about poor representation. Hell, I could have done a better job than that. I know
What's
for
his
one thing, I
Stetsons
would
and
have
boots
fought
on the
for him.
ground? I know
I
that's
would have been
right.
up all day, all night. I can imagine what his lawyers was doing while this stuff was going on. They probably was just, yeah, them dudes probably didn't even look at nothing. They probably, yeah, so he did what? He probably all in the bathroom taking a leak at the park somewhere after playing pinochle or something. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, you say what? You say you was a witness. You say you're a witness and you saw everything. Yeah, hey, look here, man. I'm gonna call you back.
Now
I
creating an
believe that
entire
too. I
stunning
could
video
definitely
for
see them doing something like that because that's exactly what it looked like his defense team was doing.
Never hear from him again. I don't trust him. I do not trust him. I do not trust the process. How you gonna give a kid who got into a fight, that was not premeditated, 35 years in prison, even for murder?
Unaliving.
35 years.
Unaliving.
I shouldn't say this, but I gotta say this to prove my point. My uncle killed his wife.
Unalive, y'all. He meant unalive.
Horrible thing that happened. I'm talking about horrible. He caught his wife in bed.
Miss K905 said they certainly railroaded him
supposed to be
and sold him down the river. I agree with you on that.
He was still on the road, handling business. He came home early. He heard the noises. He went to his closet, pulled out his shotgun, and took her out. The guy jumped out of the window.
Rap God Thanos, yes, sir.
Guess how much time he did? 10 years. 10 years.
Miss K905 is Willie D from the Ghetto Boys rap group.
He was a fully grown man at the time. A fully grown man. I think he was in his 40s. Yeah, 40s or 50s. Fully grown man. Someone who was should have had a better understanding about life and rejection and conflict resolution than Carmelo, who was a 17-year-old kid at the time. And he was in Texas, by the way. This happened in Texas. Just like Carmelo's situation happened in Texas. And you give a kid 17 years? But you give a grown-ass man who's in his 40s or 50s 10 years? Who had time to think about what he was going to do? Who had time to think about it? Man, it wasn't but a few seconds, but he had time. When he heard it, he went straight to the closet, got the gun, and boom.
Tick, tock,
his life,
shop, we love.
I think it's fair to say, was not remotely in danger. but he only did 10 years in prison. And he's not the only one. There is so many people out there who have gotten little to no sentence for crimes of passion. 35 years? No, man. And see, that's where they really messed up at. If they would have found him guilty and just hit him on the light side with a 5-year sentence, I think there would still have been outrage. But I think the fact that it was a strong argument there, and they
Miss K905 said, "Come on now,
that is what really
can't do him like that."
Pissed people off.
Lydia Neff
That's
said,
in
"Life."
your face. We don't give a damn if he's guilty. We don't give a damn if he's innocent. We don't give a damn if he's a kid. We don't care nothing about him. We're gonna throw him away, throw him in the system. That's what really pissed people off. That's what really pissed me off. So now they didn't got exposed. Their little town, Collin County would have been okay. They might have been okay if they wasn't so blatant with it. Yeah, they probably would have gotten by with it if they wasn't so blatant with it. See, they've been acting like this. They've been doing the good old boy thing and doing whatever the hell they want to do. Now this is just Carmelo's
Bush
case.
said they repealed that in 1973 for doing that in Texas, unalive and cheating spouses.
Through their criminal justice system before Carmelo. Carmelo is just the one who got the exposure, and the world got to see. That's why they didn't want to have the cameras in the
Rap
courtroom.
God Thanos said agreed.
Because they
The
didn't want
sentence
the world
is
to see
harsh.
what they was doing. Yeah, that's why they didn't have the cameras inside the courtroom. They did not want the world to know what they were doing.
Stop lighting $20 a month.
These commercials be catching me off guard. I'll be deep into what he's saying.
I want to get into some of these a little deeper into the lawyers.
I can't read it. It's too blurry, y'all.
Right?
Hopefully he reads
This
it.
is some of the lawyers' background. Well, not some of them, but all of them. So Gary Bledsoe has served as president of the Texas NAACP since 1991 and as a member of the NAACP National Board of Directors since 2003. An Austin-based attorney, he is admitted
Ford
to
says
practice before the
CCK
U.S.
Country Club
Supreme
Clan. I
Court
like that.
and the Fifth Circuit Courts of Appeal. Served as acting dean of the Thurgood Marshall School of Law in the great state of Texas, in the great city of Houston, at Texas Southern University, and earned his JD from the University of Texas School of Law, where he is a permanent class officer. His earlier litigation and advocacy helped dismantle barriers that had kept minorities and women out of the Texas Rangers and to provide video and body cameras for Austin police. His awards include the Johnny Cochran Trailblazer Award of the Minority Caucus of the Civil Rights Section of the AAJ and a Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Bar Association. A Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Bar Association, Michael L. Ware. He is a board-certified criminal law since 1990, with 4 decades of trial and appellate experience in state and
American
federal
Express
courts.
card,
He founded the
and
first
American is
conviction
spelled in
integrity unit in the United
way that
States
you can see.
while serving in the Dallas County District Attorney's Office.
They never leave.
Yeah,
They never leave home without
we got somebody that knows his way around that District Attorney's Office. He is a 2-time Percy Foreman Criminal Defense Lawyer of the Year. He is a Champion of Justice Award recipient from the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. He was inducted into the Texas Criminal Defense Lawyers Hall of Fame in 2025. We got a Texas Criminal Defense Lawyers Hall of Fame on deck. Yeah, it's going down. Brooke Claw serves as a litigation attorney and the chief of staff to Ben Crump Esquire. a skilled civil rights attorney and former
Evangelist
public
Sanders said the
defender
Bulldogs has
in
came
Houston,
out.
Texas.
Amen.
She
She's
advocates
right on that, sis.
for the disenfranchised and fights to
Puts it
safeguard
he
her
is the Michael
clients'
Jordan of
equal
Texas law.
protection under the law.
Oh, that means
Ms.
the GOAT.
Claus also provides legal
He a
commentary
GOAT.
on employment discrimination and workplace equity and has won successful verdicts on several high-profile civil rights cases. I'll say that again. She's won several successful verdicts on a civil rights high-profile cases.
Evangelist, thank you for the GOAT. Thank you for the lightning bolts.
Verdicts. She has won several successful verdicts on several high-profile civil rights cases. Sean Deridia, he is a nationally recognized criminal defense trial attorney, nationally recognized, with over 100 jury trials under his belt. 100 jury trials under his belt. His practice focuses primarily on murder and capital
We love
murder.
TikTok shops.
So he knows what he's doing.
Unalive.
He secured a full acquittal for his client charged in the capital murder of former University of Oklahoma and NFL player Devonta Lampkin. He further made history as a lead defense
it's gonna be like the
counsel in
O.J. Simpson
first
trial.
Trendy Araga
Rap
capital
God, man,
murder
bruh.
prosecution ever tried before a
will
jury
not stop.
in the United States, a nationally covered case
Be exhausted
that ended
trying
in
to
a
cover
hung
that
jury.
up.
Deridia also serves as a legal analyst for NBC, providing commentary on high-profile
Rap
criminal
God Thanos,
cases.
how you doing on your side of the city, brother?
Yeah, boy, we got some hitters over here. Yeah. Justin Moore is a trial lawyer focused on criminal defense, post-conviction advocacy,
Good.
and complex litigation.
Blessing.
Now, don't we have some complex litigation going on? And this is a post-conviction thing happening right now. I'll call Justin the cleanup man. This is post-conviction advocacy. That means that somebody got done dirty. Somebody went to trial, took it to trial, got convicted. And Justin said, that's messed up, man. Nah, that ain't right. I don't think that's right. I'm going to fight for you. His work includes state and federal clemency matters and advocacy related to the pardon of Marcus Garvey.
We got to pause it, y'all. We got somebody in here that needs some attention. Name whatever. And he says, no, it's murdering piece of, Okay, that's fine. If you feel that way. I mean, I think he was defending himself. But if that's how you feel, sit with it. Just be mad when they have the appeal and he gets off. Oh, well, do y'all? Okay, put a 1 in the live, y'all. If y'all think whatever needs to go to the block party. Do we need to cue up the music? Cat, welcome in. Rap God Thanos says yes.
He already gone.
Oh, he is. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, once again, y'all that's new here on hashtag I'm gonna say it, we have this thing where when people get blocked, we invite them to the block party. So you all get to join us in inviting him there.
I got a quick trigger finger.
Hey, listen. You doing what you supposed to do.
The Braves are celebrating 250 years.
Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I get him right. I forgot to go ahead and cue it up this morning before we started, but we here now. We have another entrance. Like I said, y'all. I think anybody know any good construction companies? Because we're gonna have to build a new venue. Yeah, we're cool with difference of opinions. You're right, Rap God Thanos. We're cool with difference of opinions, but you gotta wipe your feet when you come in the house. And saying something like that is not wiping your feet coming in our house. So you're right. Let's go ahead, y'all, and let's welcome whatever to the hashtag I'm gonna say it Block party.
Y'all it from me. Bottle keep popping that water bad jacket. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Now I put it on, I put up on the drum. Roll up the line, I'm trying to get it done.
What's it, Walker?
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Okay.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
ATL, shout it. That's how we get down here. You gotta wipe your feet when you come in the house. That's so disrespectful. You don't.
I will not allow disrespect, hate speech, or bullying.
I told y'all, I got the top mods in the business. They ain't gonna play with you. I love it. Thank you, Lori. Y'all W Lori in the live.
And Larry Hoover's clemency and involvement in the effort
Shout
to
out Larry
overturn Christopher
Hoover.
Mason's voter fraud conviction. He has represented
Put that
clients
on
in
the six.
high-profile criminal and civil rights matters, including securing the acquittal of a teenager charged with and falsely accused of capital murder. So
What's it, Lori? Is the Wilton blocks on TikTok.
there you have it. There you have the records of the people involved. Oh, I missed the lead. I guess it was hiding from me. But here's the lead. I missed Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
This is the lead attorney on the case. He is a Dallas trial and appellate attorney who has been board certified in criminal law since 2003 and licensed in Texas since 1995. In 2011, he was selected to direct the Dallas County District Attorney's Conviction Integrity Unit, described at its founding as the first of its kind in the nation, and has argued state and federal cases at both the trial and appellate levels over a career spanning 3 decades. He leads the law office of Russell Wilson. Let me say that again right here. This is my favorite sentence right here. In 2011, he was selected to direct the Dallas County District Attorney's Conviction Integrity Unit.
Trina, back up. Thank you for that heart me. I appreciate it.
Now, I'm
How many
sure
more? I ain't even kept up. We need one more heart me, somebody.
I'm sure
we need
when
one
he
more
did
heart
that,
me to close
when
out
he
the goal.
directed the unit, as he was
gonna bless us?
directing the unit, before he started directing the unit, he did something like this. I swear to uphold all ethics.
Rap God Thanos.
Regardless
Thank you to everyone that contributed to the goal. I appreciate you.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Y'all thought it was over. Y'all thought it was over. It ain't over. Carmelo Anthony coming home. That's right, he coming home. Now we can't put obviously you can't put a date on it, but here's the thing about the legal system, fam. When you're in the right, a lot of times the system gets it wrong. It's so many people been buried by this system. A lot of times the system gets it wrong. But if you got some people behind you dedicated to freeing you, and you right, if you got some people dedicated to your cause, I'm talking about some capable people, legal experts, dedicated, passionate about fighting for justice. Do you know sometimes it ain't even necessarily about fighting for you? It's about justice. Some
Trina said system wasn't built for us
really
regular folks.
do
Ain't that the
care
truth?
about
Like, bro?
justice. So when they see something wrong with the system, if somebody try to take advantage of the system, if they find corruption, they want to do it for the sake of upholding the integrity of the system, of the judicial system. So if they see something bad going on, they want to fix that.
What said the chickens have
And
come
if you
home to
happen to
roost,
be
and I am
the
so
catalyst
glad to see it, brother.
for them doing that, then so be it. But it ain't nothing like having people that believe in you and that want to fight for you and they're passionate about it. And every last one of these people on board got something on the line. They got something on the line. They have their integrity and they have their careers. They're winners. And they want to keep on winning. And something like this, with all of the mistakes they made.
Miss K905, thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate that, love.
They absolutely.
Y'all W thumbs up in the live.
They absolutely gonna make this.
W all the gifters in the live.
That. I know some of y'all thought it was over. It ain't over. That's why some of y'all so mad. Y'all mad because people like me are in Camelo's corner. Y'all mad because y'all don't want us to say nothing because y'all think the more we talk, the more influence we might have. And it might just get to the ears of some people that want to do something about it. It might just get to the ears of the people who railroaded him.
Facts.
And they might decide, you know what? Okay, let's just let this thing ride. Yeah. It might get to the ears of a decent judge.
Evangelists, they know that there was no
justice.
justice.
It for what it is and say, you know what, man? No, not on my watch.
Dang, that went up too fast.
Not on my watch.
Let me come over on this camera.
Yeah.
They know that there was no justice in this case.
I don't like that.
Right, and that's why they're taking it on. And let's give it up to Willie D for that. I appreciate him so much for covering that. You're right, Evangelist. And here's the thing. It's just like I say when it comes to Leos, man. Like, and I don't mean the zodiac sign, y'all. I'm talking about LEOs, okay? Law enforcement officers. It's the same as I say with them. Not all of them are bad, but we need the good ones to stand up to the bad ones, and that's the only way we can bring some kind of I don't know, abrupt ending to the wrongdoings within the Leos. That's the only way it works. If you have a good cop that doesn't want to say anything about his brother the badge because he don't want to, face the repercussions of going against one of his own, well then why did he even take the pledge to even be an officer? Because you're not holding up to that standard. You get me? So that's what I say on that. And it's good to see that people that are in that field have looked at this and said, you know what? Nah, this can't happen like this. And I didn't go to school and I didn't take up all of this learning for this type of work for somebody to come and mess it up. Foot, I appreciate those roses. Shout out to Foot for lighting up the rose gift in the gift gallery. That's what I'm talking about. W Foot in the live, y'all. All right, y'all, listen. We kill our third and final segment of the day. All right, thank y'all for rocking with me. Like we say, your presence is a gift to us, and it's a gift that we are eternally grateful for. We pray that there's more. We pray that you bless us with more of your presence here. At hashtag I'm going to say it. This is what we do. We cover a wide variety of things. I mean, we'll talk political stuff. We'll talk entertainment stuff. We talk community, real life stuff on here too. But we're also a community of equality, a community of fairness. All right? This is a safe space. We do real work over here, y'all. This is not like a normal TikTok podcast. All right, we're going to have DV victims and SA victims in here, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to see where we can come together to strengthen people and lift people up, because somewhere there's some people going through the same thing or experiencing the same thing and don't know what to do. And so we have people on here that have been through that and can offer words of encouragement, words of advice. This is what we do. Simply the evolution of elite. Thank you for that community heart. I appreciate it. This is what this podcast is for. For those of you that are new here, this is a safe space. All right? It's a judgment-free zone. And listen. We are all for a difference of opinion, as long as you conduct that difference of opinion in a mature manner. in a respectful manner. Men, I shouldn't have to tell you this to come in, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Men that come in here, what you will not do, what we will not put up with, is disrespecting women. Disrespect as a whole isn't welcome here. But you really want to get cut off real fast, disrespect a woman in here. And I'm going to tell you up front, if you have to disrespect a woman, to my real men in here that I rock with daily, listen, to us, you're not a man. You a bee in a man's body. You are a bee in a man's body if you've got to yell, disrespect, and talk down on a female to get your point across. Brother, just take yourself out because we're going to do it for you if you don't. Right? This is what hashtag I'm going to say it is about. So now, in the final segment, we are going to cover Havoc speaks on some of the final moments he had in the final days of Prodigy. Us hip hop heads, those names probably sound familiar because Havoc and Prodigy makes up Mobb Deep, which was a 90s hip hop group, which, if you ask me, didn't really get the accolades that they deserved. But they were on that. They were out there and they were known. And so, Prodigy passed away. Now, it's been said that he was eating an egg and somehow or another passed away from that. And then you have other people that were saying, no, he was starting to expose some things. And the people that he was exposing couldn't have that, which we spoke about that in the first segment of today's show. So this lets you know, once again, these type of things go down, y'all. I mean, you hear us often talk about Aaliyah, of course, Big Pac, Heavy D is one, Andre Harrell, several. You know, Pimp C, we did Pimp C a couple of weeks ago. So these are people who had already figured out the inner working, the inner dealings of the industry, and was going to let it be known some of the industry's deepest and darkest secrets, or at least talking about how the operation operated. And people felt that that was too detrimental, so they had to move out the way. Prodigy being one. All right. Allegedly. Jam Master Jay, yep, foot, right? I forgot about him. Jam Master Jay from the famous 80s rock hip hop group, or rap group, Run DMC. Come on, man. This has been going on. Whitney. We talked about Whitney earlier. So let's see what Havoc has to say.
And next to, because that nigga probably getting shot at, and you know what I'm saying? And just a lot of just dangerous things that
shout out to Neil Extra
helped
and
you not make it out the hood. You know what I mean? Was
Matt
going on
Hoffman.
that we had to deal with. So you know, you know, at a certain perspective, we kind of lucky to make it out. You know,
when Wiz and Tragedy was here, every other word was rest in peace.
Facts.
Everybody they mentioned.
Every time I told a story, it was like 3 rest in peace connected to that.
For real.
For every story. It was like a mile-long list. Yeah. And then to the point where they even stopped. It was like, damn. Yeah. I just realized how many rest in pieces we had to say during this whole thing.
Rest
in peace, Prodigy.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Facts.
Straight up.
Facts. I never got to, if I don't say it before, I'll say it now. Like, my condolences on that period, bro. Like, for as long as y'all been rocking, I got people I've been cool with since like high school, elementary. Yeah. But we weren't as tight. We're not as tight as you two. You know what I mean? Day in, day out, your partner, your man doing all that stuff. Like, I always wonder how you've been. I've seen you do shows by yourself. The reflex even looks like you expect him to come in with something.
You know, when it first happened, you know, that shit fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? That shit really fucked me up because I knew him longer than I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? Right. He was basically family, like blood, a brother to me, and all of that. And though throughout the years, you know, we might have had differences, we always bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, brothers fight. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know, me and my physical brother, you know, rest in peace. there was times when, one of us would walk in the house and we just stole on each other just straight up. Like, but that's how we kept each other sharp. You know what I'm saying? And, niggas be ready to thump. Like, niggas ain't gonna run. Niggas be ready to thump because we warriors in the crib. Like, we don't fight outside.
Ray
But we,
Rachel, welcome in.
making each other
Lakeisha
sharp.
Latisa,
Whatever
welcome in.
issue it was.
Khan,
But to get
welcome
back to
in.
Prodigy, like, though we may have had our differences, we was friends before that. You know what I'm saying? That could always, wipe that shit off the table. So
Right. The good outweighed the bad.
pretty much, you know what I mean? Even when we broke up, some years back, I think it was like for a year or two.
I don't know if anybody knew that happened.
Nah, I didn't.
I knew it.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I knew it.
The people didn't know.
But me and him knew it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that shit was bothering me every day.
What caused it?
It was just some internal shit that I don't even like to think about no more or kind of bring it up. But it was just some internal shit that was just brewing. You know what I mean? And I kind of handled it in a wrong way. You know what I mean? I could admit that now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could have been handled in a totally different manner. But, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing about that story is we came back together.
That's a better question.
You know what I'm saying?
That question feels better. How did you squash it?
Yeah.
It was like, it was funny because it wasn't like we spoke on the phone and was like, yo, we gotta dead this beef. It was just like our mutual friends worked us up into just being in the studio together, and it was just like we never broke up. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, what song we doing today? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up? All right, cool. Back to work. And it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the trust had to get back. You know what I'm saying? And stuff, things of that nature. But we was brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know intimate things about one another like that could never be overlooked. You know what I'm saying? So, that was that.
I do have something interesting that I have to bring up because we had a conversation with Tragedy the other day, and P came up, and I asked him a major point. So being that y'all was in, pretty close friends, I seen in an interview that he was speaking about being haunted by ghosts. How long was that going on for with him?
I saw that along with everybody else. I remember him telling me a story like that before that even ever aired years ago, that he saw some kind of shadowy figure or whatever. So when I seen that aired on some kind of show, I wasn't surprised, you know what I mean? Because he had told me that, you know what I mean? Like just between me and him, he told me something like that. P was deep. So, when he said that to me, I know he wasn't bugging, you know what I'm saying? I believed him, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, I would have seen some shit like that, but, I didn't. But I believed him, you know what I'm saying? Even when he told me he seen some, like, other shit outside his crib, like some alien lights and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, and his wife saw it too, so I was like, son, you know what I'm saying, was privy to some shit.
He said he saw alien lights outside his crib.
He didn't say he see aliens, but alien lights, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like some lights out of nowhere.
Some,
Which is all connected. Yeah.
Right. So, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was privy to a lot of shit.
Had to be rough when he went to jail.
Yeah, I felt really bad, you know what I'm saying, when he went to jail because he was trying to fight it. You know what I'm saying?
Evangelist, shout out to Evangelist. She's enjoying the fam club for 2 months.
He already got bags.
You said you were spilling the real tea.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
So,
thank you,
I don't even
Evangelist.
know how he skated on that. Like, you know what I mean? So the last time I was like, damn, son, like, you know what I mean? So he was gonna try to fight it, but they told him if he was gonna fight it, they was gonna hit him with way more. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to tell him, to lay down to it, but I was like, yo, son, like 10 years or 3, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had to go do it. You know what I'm saying? I felt really, I felt bad.
He talked about you during that. I interviewed him before he went in.
Yeah.
Before the source.
Yeah.
He talked about you a lot, like during that whole situation, just as far as how it was going to be and how he was setting things up so that when he came back, it would almost be seamless, like he wasn't gone. But his main thing was like, as far as Hav is concerned, I just need to make sure like Hav is good and Hav's family and Hav and he just like you would think you were the one going in the way he was. I asked him about that. He was like, "Nah, you don't understand. That's I gotta make sure. If he's good, then I could sit down. I'll be right back. It's nothing. But this thing need to still be happening while I'm gone, and it needs to be here when I get back."
It was tough when he had to go in. It definitely was. It was a rough time. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was rough. Not only because he was in, but niggas is used to performing and shit and going out together. So it wasn't the same like going out without him. You know what I'm saying? The money was cut drastically. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even half. Like they wasn't trying to see me dolo. You know what I'm saying? So this shit was it was a tough, rough time.
Cuddle and save on a.
All right, hold on, y'all. We got a commercial.
That P passed. That shit was crazy because my little son, my youngest son, he just graduated from kindergarten. And 2 or 3 days before that, I was in Vegas with P and we did a show. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon Ghost. It's like one of those old school shows and shit in Vegas and all of that. And me and P, we was like on some like health kick shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We started eating salads and we actually just came from Whole Foods that day. We was in Whole Foods shopping for, organic foods and shit. And we getting all of that. He getting healthy, but he started feeling sick out there after we got off the stage. So whatever. I seen him get sick a million times. So that morning that I found out, when they said that he passed away, I just thought it was a lie. I just thought it was a rumor, like, because my peoples just spoke to him already. You know what I'm saying? Like how P doing? Oh, P good. He just was eating. He was laughing last night. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, can you go check on him? Because I just heard a rumor. And, the road manager just said that, oh, yeah, he was laughing last night. I brought him some chicken parmesan or some shit. Right. And he went to the bathroom on his own. He was good. So to hear that he passed away that day, that shit, I just thought it was a lie.
Because he was in good shape.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was bouncing back. So when it got confirmed to me, it's like I wanted to pull over on the highway, but I got my whole family in the car. And they looking at me like, what's wrong? And we went to the restaurant and I was just crying at the table. And, then people, I just had to go outside. And people just started walking up to me and saying, giving me their condolences, because I guess everybody just started
hearing about it.
Finding out.
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel real. Certain niggas,
All right, y'all. So let's give it up for Havoc of Mob Deep. For peeling back the layers of life and allowing us to hear some of those final moments he had with his brother, Prodigy. And like we said, they're not blood brothers, but they spent a great deal of time together in the group Mob Deep and bringing us some great hits. I think Quiet Storm is one of the biggest ones they had of their career, where they did it with Little Kim. I think that's one of their main ones, and then Shook. Shook is another anthem that'll be endless in time, man. If you're a hip hop head from the '90s, Shook, Quiet Storm, those two will always be at the top of the list, I think, when it comes to Mob Deep songs. Lori, before we close out, sis, anything you want to put on the table?
Just that I've been sitting here thinking, can't we all just get along?
Yeah, that'd be great. That's.
I mean, you've got this one turning on this one, and this one snitching on that one, and the thing we talked about for the last couple of days. And I mean, like I said the other day, even Ray Charles can see that we have got to do something. Make a change. Don't just sit on your couch and talk about it. Get out, make a change. And you never know when they're going to happen. Perfect example. I went to the hospital the other day to pick up a disc with my MRI on it for my back. Time I walked all the way around there, I didn't know if I was going to make it back around or not. I was hurting that bad. Well, it just so happened, ping, 2 elevators right there. So Richard went back, went all the way around, went through the ER, got the car, come back to the front of the hospital to pick me up. And as we were waiting on the elevator, there was another lady in a wheelchair and a nurse with her. And she said something about, I just can't quit crying. I've been crying and crying and crying. And I put my hand on her shoulder and I said, Heavenly Father, whatever you can do to take this off of her, I ask that you do it, and I ask that you do it in your son's name. Amen. And she cried, and I cried, and the nurse cried. But that's one of those things we need to be looking for. We need to be doing. I mean, if you see somebody that has something going on and you can tell that life is just beating them to death, kneel down in front of them or beside them and pray for them. It don't cost a dime.
I was just about to ask you, how much did it cost? You're right.
And I walked out of that hospital feeling like I was floating on clouds. And I told Richard Dale then, and this is going to make me emotional because I've been away from the church for a couple of years, and not because of my faith, it's because of the people within the building.
I understand.
And you get where I'm coming from.
Absolutely.
But I have done my things at home. I have done my work and everything outside of the church. Or when I got in the car the other day, all I could do was look to the sky and say, thank you for still having the faith in me to call me to do that for her. So people, just get it together. I mean, I'm a sinner saved by grace. I'm 40 years old, or 60 years old. I've done every D-rug known to man. And it's time for people to get it together. You young people have to start getting it together. We've done our protesting. We've done our lives and things about stuff that aren't right. This next generation, step up, take accountability, and do something about it. And if you see it, say something. Snitches get stitches and all that. That's so 70s. That is so 70s. Just everybody wake up and pay attention to what's going on and get right. So you're not in the middle of the mess. And I'll end it right there.
I appreciate you, sis. Thank you for that. Y'all W. Lori in the live. Carlos, you right. You're right. A lot of times it is the people who hold positions in the churches that mess it up.
That keep us from going back. Right. I mean, I was going every Sunday And the only sermons we were getting were about the gays and how we weren't good enough Christians.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you're supposed to be.
So I walked away from it. I walked away from only thing God told me is where two or more are gathered, I am there.
Facts.
So I can Bible study and fellowship with anybody. I don't have to be in that building.
You're right
With
about
those
that.
people.
Yeah, yeah. That's and you know before I know you. I want to say this to you though. Thank you for not fighting against the Lord and Savior, allowing you to be a vessel of positivity, of strength for Him when it came to that lady. You put your hand on her and you prayed right then, right there.
And
And
I
I
never
just
thought twice about it.
and I'm glad you did that because we are in a society right now, a time in society where people wouldn't stop and do that, and you did it.
I'll do it every time. Every time. Because I know if it were me, I would want somebody to do it for me.
Amen.
So,
Amen. I appreciate that, sis. Thank you so much. And once again, like I said, y'all W Lori. And tell Reaper, we love him as well. That's a good man. That's a good brother right there. You know?
I sure will.
Thank you. All right, y'all. We've come to a conclusion of another episode of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. I've been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News, reporting from the newsroom here. And I just want to thank you. I just want to thank all of you for spending time with us. You could have been anywhere else. You could have been on anybody else's platform, but you chose to rock with us. I appreciate it. And so, since you did do that, and you are our guest, and that's with an S at the end, so it's multiple. You are our guest of honor. We want to give it up for you and give you all a round of applause. To my moderators, y'all work hard at helping me and assisting me in conducting a classy yet meaningful podcast. And I tell y'all thank you, but I don't think me saying thank you really captures the true essence of how my gratuity I extend for y'all goes. So thank you so much for the work that y'all do. On the back end, even when we don't have a show, you all are messaging, we're talking about things, we're going over different topics. We're trying to make sure we find out what's true, what's not, before we bring it out here to people. And I appreciate y'all. Keep doing that. Y'all are working hard. Y'all work hard even after the show. That's what I'm talking about. It takes a dedicated team in order to be successful. And I appreciate everything that y'all do.
It's
To our
a
gifters.
privilege for me to be on this team.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. She said it's a privilege for her to be on this team. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Lord. I appreciate you so much. You are family now. We became family. No longer is it just, mere strangers are meeting here on TikTok, stuff like that. We talk off of this. We look out for each other off of this. And so it's a powerful thing when you come on here and you meet people. And then it's not like she asked for it or I asked for it or anything like that. But we just come together and just gel as family. Because how many of you know when we pass away, we all gonna be family? If you listen, I tell you what you do. Join us on Thursdays. We do testimonial Thursdays where people have NDEs, right? And they explain what they experienced and what they saw at the time of these NDEs. And they'll tell you, family is what it's about up there. Love, And so we do all we can to make sure we interject that here in our podcast. And so I love who I've surrounded myself with. To our gifters, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the gifts. We appreciate that. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., join us over on Aztec Princesses Live for Charisma in Crisis. It's where we do a podcast on her live, on her page. And we try to bring you all positivity, unity, and enlightenment. And we just cordially invite you all to join us over there. She's got the West Coast, I got the East Coast. And we meet in the middle. And we just love on everybody. All right, so you are cordially invited to join us for that. As well as we'll have another episode of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It tomorrow, probably around noon, 11 or noon. Look for me like that. Well, probably around 11:30. All right, because Charisma and Crisis ends at 11, right around 11. So we'll probably be here for hashtag I'm Gonna Say It 11:30, in between 11:30 and 12. All right, Eastern Standard Time. So I pray I see you there. Listen, y'all, you could be anything in the world, be somebody, but above all else, be a child of God. I pray for discernment for you all. All right. I pray for discernment for myself. But you cannot sit here and say that you're a child of God, or you believe in God, or you believe in Jesus, and you're not exercising love to people. If you're not extending love to people, grace to people. All right. Listen, I know there's people in our family and people that we are in our lives as friends or whatnot, co-workers, that just may have done something to us and made us mad and pissed us off, and we just feel like we can't forgive. Before we go, let me hold you down on something, y'all. When you holding that grudge, you're causing yourself more pain. That's right, Carlos. Godly love. That's right. You're causing more pain and inflicting more pain on yourself than you are on them by not forgiving them. All right? So forgive them. Pray for them. Pray for your enemy. I know it's hard to do, but you pray for your enemy. Lord said you block your blessings. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Are you sitting there and you thinking that, man, I'm not going to forgive that person for what they said? I'm not going to forgive that person for what they done? Let me fill you in on something. Jesus died for us and our mistakes. Jesus shedded blood on the cross for when we betray God and we go against his covenant and we commit sins, that we can still ask for forgiveness and have a path to eternal life. We are definitely not better than Jesus. So if Jesus can forgive, God forgives, why can't we? Peace and blessings to you all. I love you.